Welcome, agents, to strain number 14-VDR of the 0 Point Report, a broadcast all about the news surrounding the Secret World IP. Today is Thursday, February 13th, 2020, and I'm your host for this evening, Ocho. With me tonight, we have Jimmy the Rabbit.
Hello.
Hey, Jimmy. And we have Ember.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. It's doing okay. I got a good scruff.
Yeah,
Sometimes I let it grow out. You know how it
yeah, I'm
is.
working on that too.
You changed your camera. You're looking forward now as well. Now I'm the only guy looking off to the side.
I got the two cameras. I got this one and I got the other one, but
Okay.
I mixed it
You're
up a
living
little
high
bit.
life.
Yeah,
That 2-camera high life.
the two camera shoot.
Go back and forth. You can use a one camera like a special close-up camera that I've seen some streamers do.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, special. They just look at the camera like blah 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 blah. They do something silly and they go back to the other one.
That's right.
Or the hand cam. Have you seen those?
No.
Oh yes, yeah. Is that really my style? But it's actually somewhat entertaining when I've seen people do that. Anyway. So welcome to the show. This is a relatively special show. We just had a show last week, and usually we're on a bi-weekly schedule for this show. Usually, but they decided to drop for Valentine's Day. They decided to drop some Valentine's Day content. And it wasn't like just a small, like I know last year was basically the heart pendant apocalypse.
Yes.
So it wasn't necessarily that this year. It was a bit more. They actually added quite a few little things here. We'll go over the update itself. We'll go over the post that they have. It says a bouquet of Rosenbrawl. Starting February 12th through February 19th, you're invited to a special Rosenbrawl event. All players, level 15 or higher, automatically get an invite to the free-for-all PvP this week. If you've never been, you're in for a treat. This pocket dimension is accessible through the Tabula Rasa in London. So, right off the bat, Rosenbrawl has been a thing where it's kind of been like a rolling sort of invitation to it, where if you very few people had it at first, you went through and you PvP'd, then you got the ability to invite somebody else, and then if they did it, then they can invite people, and then if they did it, then they can invite people. So it became it was a thing. I'm not gonna say like a special thing, but if you didn't know about it, it was sort of relatively secret.
The first rule of Rosenbrawl is not to talk about
Exactly.
First rule, right? But it came out April Fool's Day. It was an April Fool's Day thing last year, and so there were a lot of people who were like, April Fool's Day. It's like, April Fools. You know how it is, April Fools. And they were like, actually, no. Everything that we said in our April Fool's post was all real. It was all real.
It's all true.
It's all true. There's like, all these other people are putting out like joke patches, and they put out a joke patches, but their joke patches, everything they put that was actually part of the game was actually in the game. So many people didn't necessarily believe it or not.
Actually, wasn't that the year they doubled down? Wasn't that also Chop Chop?
That was also Chop Chop as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Funcom really goes hard for April 1st.
They do. Everyone's like, wow, that Chop Chop looks awesome. Chop Chop, by the way, we're just going to drop this in there. Don't know really how much we have to really discuss about it, but Chop Chop was supposed to be released February 25th. It has now been pushed back by Funcom. Code and Chop Chop will now be releasing in Q2 2020. So anywhere between April 1st through June, through the end of June.
I really hope they hit April 1st.
That's what I'm hoping for too.
Perfect.
And they still have like a month and a half to do it, so.
No, Zen. Conan Chop Chop. It's a different game. But it was like the trailer was launched as an April Fool's joke that turned out to be a real game. So if they actually launched April 1st, that would be like literally perfect.
It would, and you know what? I wouldn't actually be surprised if that's the actual reason, because the reason that they gave for why they pushed it back was sort of like, we just wanted to add the second chop into Chop Chop.
Right. And you're like, the hell is that supposed to be?
Right. It wasn't much of anything. And so it could be that they were just like, you know what? We've got, we've already had, so some decent stuff go on in the first quarter. Why don't we just let that launch in the second quarter? That's on the financial end of it. That's something that, they can push something back to make the quarters look a little more even. Also, the 10-cent offer starts February 21st. So
that could have been
as reported last week. So having a game launch 4 days after the 10-cent offer actually starts up could be kind of conflicting as well. And so if you look at it from that perspective, that they just like, we're just gonna push it back to quarter 2, just because.
Okay, but you're reading the patch notes?
I was reading, yes. Once in Rosenbrawl, you can choose between 3 types of boxing gloves: fast and loose, well balanced, and heavy slugger, and enter a PvP free-for-all arena. But it's not really PvP. I mean, it is PvP, but it's not PvP. PvP in MMOs is usually like based on your equipment and your builds and your this and your that. This is just you choose one of 3 options, the boxing gloves, and you just get to go and have fun. And it's actually it's a really fun kind of no stress PvP. So I actually really enjoy it. The newest attraction during the open week is a vintage Soulmate arcade machine you may use to find your true love. Disclaimer: satisfaction not guaranteed. So they're bringing back the Soulmate machine that used to be in Secret World itself. Secret World Prime? Yeah. Find a new investigation mission beside the arcade cabinet. Embark on a task to uncover why the matchmaking machine would be in a pocket dimension in the first place. If you search carefully, there might even be a new pet in it for you. Complete the mission and its boss encounter for extra loot and a unique consumable reward, a romantic cake. When used, the cake spawns a feast for you and up to 9 other players to interact with, and receive a temporary buff that increases your crit chance, crit damage, and health. Not a mega buff, but just a small amount.
But it's cake.
The cake is a one-time use consumable, although you can stack multiple cakes in your inventory.
Up to 100, I believe. 100 in one slot.
This new boss encounter scales to any level or difficulty. It's once more part of the scaling thing that they've been doing. And group size. Complete it solo or with 4 other friends. Loot from this encounter is free once every 8 hours, and subsequent completions cost only a single dungeon key. So, if you've got dungeon keys, and it has a ridiculously small cooldown too. Right, Jay? Something like we said that the cooldown is what, 3 minutes? Something like that. You'll be basically be done clearing out.
The fight itself, yeah, it's really short.
No, I mean the cooldown for the fight mission.
Yeah, the cooldown for cooldown for the repeatable version, if it's anything, it's like a minute or 2. It's you basically turn around and walk back in. It's really, really short.
Right, so you could basically burn through all your dungeon keys if you want, like, straight up.
And you get a lot of distillates. It's the equivalent of, like, the same level if you were doing, like, a faction mission. Right?
Right, and a faction mission takes, like 15, 20 minutes, maybe, if you really try to burn through it.
Well, you can do it faster than that.
Maybe faster.
Your mileage may vary. I can do even the longer one in something like, I think, 7 minutes or something. But, other people take longer, I suppose. But yeah, this is...
When those aren't trying to...
you're not trying to speed
run it. Yeah. So 2 new emotes are also available for purchase from the emotions window, Heart and Cute Cheesin'. Get them while they last. They're only available during Rosenbrawl Open Week, so until the 19th. Says, good thing we also added the ability to preview emotes before you purchase them in this update.
Now, Ember, you could actually show that off. So do you have those yet?
No, I have not selected anything yet.
So the emote previews just to you, not to everyone else in the game, but it should preview to the stream since you're watching your game.
Correct. So now you can go and look at any preview and show what any preview looks like, or what any emote looks like.
You grab the heart one, for example.
I say, just scroll down to one you don't have. There you go. Not that one.
I just thought he could show some Valentine's love as well.
Not in this year's groove. It doesn't work on that. There you go. And in the emotes window, there's a little eye next to the buy button.
Right there.
Find an emote, Ember. And
I'm trying, but
there you go. There's yeah.
It doesn't.
And so you can use that. You click on that, and you can see what any emote looks like before you actually have it.
Not working for me.
Are you in combat stance, Ember? I think you're in combat.
There we go.
Maybe come out of combat first. There you go. Heart with boxing gloves and all.
There you go. So yeah, so that's one of the newer ones. That they added in.
The other one is in actions, the very top. There's one called Cute Cheesin'. That's the other one that's for they just added. It looks funny with the gloves on.
I know, right?
Because it had in game, it's like you're doing like the thing like this. Well, stream can see it at least, but yeah, like with the gloves on, it looks really strange.
Hey guys.
But awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, that's super awesome. Now people can actually see what they want to buy. Or see
instead of having to go to like YouTube and see a video of it or something.
Ask someone in game. So there's things that weren't in the thing. My head position looked wrong. There's things that weren't in the patch notes. For example, it looked like I just peed on something.
Well, that was just the announcement for it. we can go over the patch notes as well.
Well, no, I'm saying
that's not as exciting.
Dark Agartha wasn't in the patch notes. The challenge, the achievements. Sorry.
Yeah, not the achievements. There was a bit of Dark Agartha in the patch notes, but it
wasn't.
Yeah,
there was like 2 random things, which is really strange. Honestly, I'm gonna put this out there. It's really strange that they decided to put in 2 minor patch notes for the gatekeeper into the patch notes.
Yeah,
but not everything else.
But not all everything else that they threw in there. So Jimmy, do you have a rundown of what they added to Dark Agartha in this update? Well, aside from the fact that the in general combat, Fate, the Gatekeeper, and Custodian summoned by the Ring of the Hollow Tree, the Anima-infused Keepsake, and the Ashes of Fate's Chosen will no longer block movement. That's in there.
Yes,
that was important.
Huge. No collision anymore. You can just run through them.
Right, your pets will not try to kill you now.
Yeah, your summoned attackers will not block you into AoEs, which is the thing that was happening.
Stay in there.
So I think the patch notes for the Gatekeeper, I believe, had to do with his anima distribution, if I remember correctly.
It says Gatekeeper anima transfusion increase the effect that elite level has on this module. It now heals for less at lower elites and more at higher elites. And also anima transfusion. Healing is now further increased if anima drain is allowed to be fully channeled.
Yeah, they weren't kidding with that one. I missed the anima transfusion impair. I actually impaired a half second too early. He got in the pose to do it, but I actually hadn't cast it yet, and I hit my impair then. So it did impair it, and he went from 5% health left to 84% health left.
Oh, snap. Okay.
He healed the holy crap out of himself. So, yeah. They also fixed the challenge timeline. The weakened anima was not properly debuffing assault rifle, shotgun, or pistol. And on top of that, it was doubling the debuff on Chaos Ellie and Blood. So not only was it not debuffing half the weapons properly, but the other half it was doubling.
The other half it was making them even worse.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The other interesting patch, there's a couple other patch notes I think we didn't go over. Short Circuit can no longer actually kill you.
Yes.
That's that side mission in Tokyo. So it explodes, but it could crit. And if it crit when it exploded, it could actually kill you, which was not intended. They actually did something that I didn't think they would do. They actually tried to improve Crystallized Flame to reduce people's crashes. Now, I'm not one of the people that has issues with that too much.
Maybe that was like, I don't know, one of the problems, like, because we know that just something with GeForce drivers, right? That the game basically has not been too nice to
GeForce
Flame updates.
Been around even before that. It's been a thing since, probably launch. The thing is, like, for me, it happens once in a blue moon. But for some people, it happens, like, if someone next to them uses Crystallized Flame, they crash. Like, so I think some of it is possibly system dependent, maybe video card, maybe drivers, who knows. But Crystallized Flame has been a little weird. Now, basically, what Norvell said is they want people to report on it because they're still not really sure what's causing that, but he said they hardened the code around it. So they pulled out all the stops they could think of, basically, to try and reduce crashing around it, but it's not something that's easily reproducible. So they're not like, oh, this is a problem, we fixed it. They're like, no, we shored up all the code. We made as many improvements as we can without knowing what the actual cause is.
Right.
Let us know if this helps. Is basically the message there. The other one that Leo pointed out, which, because we actually talked about this, was actually, I think this fix actually came from a conversation on the Test Live Discord. The Scorpion in the normal, I think it's in Hotel. He's a boss in the Hotel scenario, the normal Seek and Preserve scenarios. His poison attack, since the beginning of the game, if you were in front of his poison attack, it would kill you. And if you ran across the zone away from him, it would kill you. Like, it had infinite range. And so if you were, say, running toward, like, far away from the Scorpion, but, like, by the survivors, it would hit them too. It was really bad. I always just ran behind him, and it wasn't a problem. It turns out that it was not centered on the Scorpion. It's a wedge attack, right? It turned out the wedge got centered on the target,
not himself, basically.
So he did a wedge attack from you forwards.
So yeah, wherever you were.
So wherever you were in his line of sight, there was now a triangle of poison from you outward.
That's amazing.
That was the problem, which is why like walking behind him fixed it, because you kill line of sight. He just can't. There is no target. But if you like just run away from him, you can't get away from it. The target, the center of the target was you. That was a really funny Test Live conversation that day. I'm glad to see it got fixed a couple of years later. It also shows like the benefit of Test Live and conversations about random stuff, because that wasn't like something we were testing. That just sort of came up in conversation, and they were like, "Wait, what's happening? That doesn't make sense." But on top of what's in the patch notes, what's not in the patch notes is if you want to bring up your achievement window for the people to see. And Zen, yeah, not behind him, because if you walk behind something, you line of sight it. Like, they lose their target. If they can't see a target, they don't have a target. That's one of the things that's really handy for a tank to know in dungeons and stuff is you can just walk behind an enemy and they can't actually cast shit on you a lot of the times. So for achievements, if you go to activities, you will see a new category called Dark Agartha. And there is general, so there's 25 new achievements. General, challenge, and accomplishments. Leo says we got a new crafting achievement. I was not aware of that.
A new crafting achievement.
I see that now. Oh, for upgrading something to Resplendent. Well, that's annoying. I think I have all my stuff to 4-pip that needs to be 4-pip. Huh. Good, I literally
they finally got me.
I literally just sold 2 imbuers. I'm not broke anymore, though. It sold 2 imbuers.
They're good.
But yeah, okay. That is good to know. Thanks, Leo. But yeah, so the Dark Agartha achievements, there is 25 new ones, all kinds of stuff. And I would like to point out that we can, like, you guys can both go get one.
Okay.
Yeah, Zen, you said the DA, I've seen people say the DA achievement is bugged since it was given to you already, but that wasn't the case for me. I got that one. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got that one, but maybe not. I don't know. I got a lot of achievements the first day, so mine got lost. It's only day 2, and I have 9 achievements already. But maybe a little bit later we can actually go there. By the guys, there's an achievement for missing the jump to the platform.
Yeah.
To what platform?
That first one there.
In Agartha, like if you look in the general achievements, Ember, and scroll down to terminal velocity.
Okay.
So we got nice PvP going on, guys.
In Agartha, leap for Dark Agartha and miss. You remember when they launched it? I was missing like over and over again. And they had that counter for how many people were missing the platform.
Yeah.
So now there's an achievement for missing the platform, and not only do you get an achievement points, you actually get stabilizing tachyons, which means for missing the platform, you get a free run at Dark Agartha. Because that's what the stabilizing tachyons do. They give you like a, no APSP cost. It's like a free Dark Agartha ticket.
Pink Puddin'. Who's Pink Puddin'?
Evil Pinky.
Oh, that's right. They are now.
They're now in there.
In there, yeah.
So yeah, just so everyone knows, you can get 1 free Dark Agartha. Just go jump and miss the platform. I think that's a pretty big deal, personally.
Everyone gets you get the first one that you go in there is free. So if you do that, you get.
Yeah, you can just miss the platform and you get a free entrance. That's great. And then there's another good one. If you fail a run by falling, where's that one? That one is called. It's called Fuck Gravity. That's what its name is. I'm not trying to swear on stream. I'm just saying that's literally the name of the achievement.
I mean, I don't think anyone minds swearing on stream.
So, but the funny part is, if you go in and you literally lose the run, like you've entered Dark Agartha, you've paid the cost, right? And you just fighting some guy and you fall off the edge on purpose repeatedly until you lose, you will get an achievement. You will get a stabilizing tachyon, so you get a free try again. And you get gravity resistant spores, which is the buff that makes falling not eat up a life. It's a pretty great, like, basically you should just go in and fail. You should take your free entry that you get from failing to jump and then just go
jump off.
Fail. Because not only will it give you another try, it'll give you the spores that cause you to not lose a life when you fall. Yeah, if you buy any item from the vendor, like, okay, so literally the most common thing for this thing to give out is free tries at Dark Agartha. Do you have to fail 3 times? You have to actually fail the run, which is however many lives you have, Zen. You have to actually fail the run. Now, if you took the challenge today, the challenge ate your lives, only had 1 life, so it made it really easy to do that. You could just fail once. By the way, it's probably going to be a little bit before anyone has them, but there's at least 2 new sprints to be got from these achievements.
Ooh.
There's a sprint. I'm sorry, 3. There's a sprint called Consuming Creep. There's a sprint called Fungal Infestation. And there is a sprint called Damaged Anima. So there are 3 new sprints that can be acquired from achievements in Dark Agartha.
Wow.
Now, mind you, the sprints come from, like 1 sprint's from completing everything in the accomplishments category. 1 sprint's from completing both that and the Darkest Timeline achievement, which is completing all challenges with highest difficulty. Which, by the way, if you complete that thing gives you 5 tachyons.
Saying 5 free tries is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
It's a lot of APSP.
It's a lot of APSP for sure. But yeah, there's tons of achievements.
Ember, are you hiding in the shrub again?
Now, Ember, by the way, did Ember pick up the mission?
No, I had not yet.
Come pick up the mission. That way you actually can get a soulmate.
My thought was that if no one is actually PvPing, it's hard for people to actually do the mission.
This is true. I found a soulmate already.
And actually start PvPing. Oh, I should get a soulmate. I mean, I don't want to say that too loud. My wife's upstairs.
I should get a real soulmate.
Are you looking for a soulmate?
So I just killed the guy that's my soulmate. I'm done already, guys. That was quick.
Okay, so we just want to say right now, aside from all that we are going to be kind of spoiling the mission, the investigation mission. So if you haven't played it by yet, if you hadn't played it by now, or you don't mind being spoiled, maybe relatively stop watching, and maybe come back to us and watch the VOD later. Because this is only available until the 19th. So usually we would give like a week for people to like figure it out, to do whatever. But it's not going to run for a long time, and there are a couple of tricky parts to it, but they're only tricky if
they're way simpler.
If you're kind of overthinking them, yeah.
Anyone thinks.
It's yeah. Oh, who is it? This sea monster.
Did you get a heartmate, Ember?
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's the very first part of the mission.
Oh, you didn't do it. You don't have the mission.
I clicked on it.
No, I don't see the mission on your screen. You didn't grab the actual.
Or at least it's not selected. You don't have the mission as being your selected mission.
Grab the green mission.
Oh, I did. There we go.
Now interact with the machine.
Okay.
There we go. Now let's go find you a soulmate.
Where's my soulmate?
So the mission basically starts once you're inside, and now everybody for the week has an open invitation into Rosenbrawl. You don't normally have it. You have to be invited in by another player. But this week, everyone has an open invitation, and it's really, like I said, it's really fun PvP. You really should come in and at least have some fun with it. So the first step is to enter Rosenbrawl. Well, actually, the first step is to find Tabula Rasa in London. Head to Tabula Rasa, buy a key from the concierge, and come on into Rosenbrawl. Once you're here in Rosenbrawl, you're going to want to come over to the Soulmate machine. One of those old school, have two people hold on to each controller, and then it'll tell you how compatible you are. I actually remember them.
Oh, I see heart or this trail.
Yeah, they used to be down at the
Do you have a heart trail? Ember's got a match.
Okay.
Here's my match.
And then you have
Here's
to
my
wait for a
soulmate.
match.
Oh, okay.
A match
there
in
it
the
is.
PvP arena. The match in the PvP arena can take, like last night, it took me almost 10 minutes to get a match.
Did you just die immediately?
Yeah. I got teamed up.
Oh my god. Is what a real thing? Yes, is the arcade things? Yeah, those were real things.
Those were absolutely real, yes.
Hey, I killed my match.
Did you do it? Did you do
Yep.
the thing?
I did the thing.
Nice.
Ah!
Julie, do the thing.
Now I can kill Ember.
Oh, I got.
Now we can all kill each
Oh,
other.
Ember die.
So the first thing you do is you get that. Then you go in PvP. It's an interesting thought to have basically the start of the investigation mission be to actually PvP.
So Nerval was on Discord a bunch today, and one of the things he said was like, you actually don't have to even theoretically touch your opponent. It's very loose what the terms are for you completing your match.
Even the fact that it even chooses somebody else.
He didn't explicitly say, but my guess is they can just touch you. That would be my guess. Is that maybe you don't have to kill them? Maybe they just have to touch you, and then they die, and that will work. But some people have gotten matches and then gotten the completion like 10 seconds later without ever having like seen the person or something. Yeah, like Clay said, she left the start area. Someone else killed them, and she got mission complete.
Yes.
It's very, very loose on what it requires for that to complete.
I've actually seen that already, where like for the other Rosenbrawl missions, where you don't even have to touch anybody. You don't have to even go near anybody, and you will get credit for all the kills that are going on anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's very open. Oh, Jimmy.
Yep, I got dead in there.
Oh yeah, you did.
I'm in my bush. You can't touch me.
No, Jimmy's my match.
I said I was in my
match.
Yes. Come here, you rabbit.
Oh, Jimmy is actually going Technicolor on video.
Whoa, I am. What the hell?
Skype. I love Skype.
You got me.
I did. You weren't really fighting though.
No, it wasn't. I was just trying to make you get the kill, not the other person that was hitting me. That's why I was running around.
That's fair.
I knocked down that big guy.
It's appreciated. I've got. I'm using medium gloves. I should use the fast. You can get the fast gloves.
I don't know why Skype is being so weird.
It's Skype.
Oh, maybe I do know why.
Using too many bits.
Yep. Well, because I can't watch the stream on like a lower quality. That's why. Normally I have to stream up, but just like super low.
Yeah.
Like 360p or something in a small window just so I can see it.
That's what I should do. But we can't drop it right now.
You can't, yeah. It's too many.
720 or nothing.
too many other streamers eating up that bandwidth.
I know. That's why we have data cats for people. Come on, it's a scarce commodity.
But what happened to the? Why is the green screen not working right either? That's weird.
Oh, Ember, you're my match now.
Oh.
And you died. before it was even flagged for PvP.
It was those two big people that got me down.
Yeah.
No, we don't. Well, we use Discord, but for the video aspect, we use Skype.
Yeah, the video in Discord's pretty bad.
Yeah, this target match connection, it's very, very loose. It's now the second person that it's like, second person that it's like you know, here's your match.
Hey, Amber, how's it going?
Hey.
Gotcha.
Anyway, good times. It's fun. It's fun. It's really fun, this PvP.
Yeah, it's stupid fun, especially when there's like a you know, even just a handful of people just keep running and like smashing everyone as much as possible.
And if you die, you just run right back in. It's not it's very low stress PvP. It's very, you know. So even someone who is kind of anti PvP like myself, like I'm not really into PvP just in general. But even this PvP, I'm like, no, this is good. This is good. I'm down for this. I'm good for this. This is okay.
Yeah, it's too quick. And Rosenbrawl Jimmy is ruthless. This is true. But I have helped people. Someone sent me a message. There was this person chasing me around all the time, and I was like, "What the hell? Get off of me!" I didn't realize I was their soulmate.
They're like, "Get back here!"
So
Hey.
They sent me a message and were like, "I'm your soulmate." I was like, "Oh, that's why they're chasing me all over the place."
They're like, "Oh, right,
So,
okay, then yeah, come and get it."
I just stood still and let them get me. Like, I'll help you finish your mission. That's not a problem. But I just didn't know why this person was chasing me everywhere. I was like, "Get off of me!"
He's getting bullied. Somebody found me in my hiding place.
It appears that the match has a cooldown as well. Ah!
Yeah, it's a quick cooldown. I think it's like a minute or two.
Oh, you got me, Mikey.
Oh, with the roundhouse kick.
I was trying to run this at the same time, but you must have activated yours first. It's all about the timing. So do we want to advance? Like, Ember got his match, so he can actually do the next stage of the investigation if we want.
Yes. Ember, go ahead and you gotta do
Hold
it. You're my
on.
match again.
Wait, who's your match? Me or Ember?
I'm being
No,
attacked by
I've
this
got
guy.
to take out this one guy. I'm chasing him. Yeah, I got him. Okay.
Oh, you
Alright.
got me.
Oh, Leo's trying to kill me.
I saw Leo run in, yeah.
I'm getting attacked by a guy in a trench coat.
Insane's calling it fluffy PvP light. It absolutely is. And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, it's super funny is because it's so quick and like you're gonna die, right? It's not like other PvP where like you die and you're like I think you're like super mad or something. Like you're gonna die. It's gonna happen.
There's no repercussion to dying. It's not like, you know, your team loses and you just spent 15 minutes losing. You know, you're not even really wasting time. There's only really positives to it. And then if the more you fight, the more that special characters come out, and those characters give you rewards. I've got now from our just light PvP here, I've got 5 reward bags sitting there, and I get a whole bunch of more cakes. So
I killed
This guy
Leo and got
again.
knocked down at the same time, like knocked backwards. Not dead, just knocked backwards. But it looked funny because we both fell to the ground at the same time for different reasons.
that Rebel 14 guy keeps chasing me.
Maybe you're his match.
Well, he just got me, so. Okay, Tipsy Brawler. Tipsy Brawler has entered the match.
That's Tipsy's NPC.
Tipsu. Yeah, and not to mention that all the special characters that come out are kind of representations of people in the Secret World community.
Yeah, there's Kalani has one.
Mm-hmm. Kalani dropped something special even.
Yeah, she's got her own freaking mint. But by the way, Kalani has never done her own mission or saved her own cats in game because she is a horrible cat owner. Just horrible.
You haven't done your own mission? They put in basically a mission just for you, Kylie.
It's an entire instance just for her, and she's never done it. It's like, yeah.
Oh,
like there's a pocket dimension collapsing on her cats. She doesn't care.
She can't get the key.
She's never tried to get the key until yesterday. That mission's been in since April. Last April. I'm mostly giving her crap, but also it's kind of true. Just saying.
No one's actually fighting the person who is.
Yeah, right.
I think everyone thinks it's just. There. I think everyone thinks it's just a normal, like it's another character, it's another person.
Dude, okay, literally, I think one IP man got the crazy kayak card and ran the mission. My one IP character saved the damn cats. Okay.
One IP cats.
Like he had no weapons. Or no, sorry, no talismans and base weapons. And he went in and saved the cats. What do you mean how? It's really easy. You just go in Rosenbrawl and like fight somebody. You can literally two-man.
Just until whoever shows up.
Well, no, I mean
for
like
yourself to show up.
Yeah, so it takes about roughly 15 kills. So you just need like one other person to go in with you, and then you just kill each other over and over again until the NPC shows up. And then when it's the wrong one, well, you just kill them until you get the right one.
You just kill them too, because they give everybody rewards.
And don't tell me you don't have someone that would do it with you, because I'm right here, literally like basically every night.
Literally, you come onto the show, and if we're just standing around in Agartha, you can be like, "Hey, can we go try that?" And we're like, "Yes, we absolutely will."
Oh, these little people.
We've had plenty of Rosenbrawl streams where we just do this.
Yeah, we actually did. That was pretty fun.
I think we did a whole stream of it.
You don't have a Cabal or anyone. You have a Jimbo Slims. I don't want to hear that sass.
I don't have a Cabal either. Keep being invited to somethings and wolves, but
yeah, the Cabal that crashes you.
The Cabal that crashes my computer. Yeah.
Okay, so
I didn't get a reward for that. Are they still around?
The rewards or the person?
Well,
if you want the reward for killing the NPCs, you have to take that side mission.
Oh, right? I think I finished that side mission. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to pick that up to get the reward for killing them. Otherwise, the only reward you would get is if the Kayak lady shows up and drops your key card. Speaking of things that drop, I was redoing the new fight today a bunch since after it got patched. I got a peculiar box. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is this? I can do Tank Commander again.
I'm getting swarmed.
It wasn't just me either. I was watching
Kailani, you just entered the fight.
Wait, did she really?
Yes, I saw the tag.
Crazy. Wait, Kalani or Crazy Kayak lady?
Crazy Kayak lady.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
They're somewhere.
He's over on this side.
Oh, I found her.
Yeah. Cats everywhere.
Steal her key card. Take her cats.
Oh, I should step out of this. I actually already have her key card.
Serve your cats. Give them here.
Don't hit me.
I love that the cats bite you and give you like a debuff. I think that's freaking hilarious.
Did she just pet one on the ground?
Well, she like sets them down.
Oh,
I
sets
like
them down. Okay.
Spawn.
And then like halfway through the fight, Jim bends down. It's like,
Just
come
pets
here,
them.
Juju kitty. Yeah.
Where'd she go?
All right.
The cats are coming to get me.
I'm trying to haymaker. Hold on. Yes. Haymaker successful. You're glaring of Kayats. By the way, that's how you get that pet. You get the pet by beating her, getting the key card, completing the mission, and you can unlock the pet.
Oh,
So-
I forgot. My bad. I forgot that when you fight them, when you fight the special characters that show up, don't use your AoE attacks.
Oh yeah.
By the way, if you can group up in Rosenbrawl and then you don't do friendly damage. I'm not sure if you were aware of that.
Oh, I was not.
Yeah, you can actually group up, and you won't actually hurt the people you're grouped with your AoEs.
What is this group PvP? Unheard of. Yeah.
I kind
Do
of prefer it
use
as
the
kind of a free for all, really.
Yeah, it was just this thing like if let's say there was just 4 of us, right, and we were trying to do this, you could just group up all together when the MC comes out, and then you guarantee you won't kill each other by accident.
Oh, okay. That you could actually use your more damaging attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, here she goes. Oh. All these little people.
Kalani says, fun story. I had no idea when they put me in game as NPC until I saw people on Discord ping me constantly saying I just killed you in game, Kai, and Kalani, you're an NPC. Yeah, but more importantly, not only did they put you in game, they gave you your own mission and instance.
Your own very special, secret mission.
And pet. There's a pet that goes with that.
That's why it was last April Fool's Day. Everyone's like, "What? What's this? What's this talk about? Fight Club?" And then I didn't get that one either. It must be on cooldown.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did. Whoever wanted a Kaya key card, my apologies. I got the key card.
You got it? I already had it, so I'm not sure I can get it a second time anyway.
Well, I deleted it because even though it's a red item, it's not a mission item, and I had already got the stuff from it. So now I have it, and it's character bound.
All right, so
screw you guys. So do we want to do? Yeah, I got it again. That's
you use your AoE.
I'm an entire lucky rabbit, not just the foot. Do you guys want to do the rest of the investigation first, or do you want to do the other thing first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Wait a minute. What's the other thing?
The other thing.
No, the other thing. The
the other thing. Well, we could try to maybe do the other thing while Ember is trying to solve the invest. Oh no, he can't because Ember's video is actually.
Yeah, he's the one doing it. So.
Let's do the other thing.
Yeah.
Let's do the other thing. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to preview something that no one has really seen outside of the handful of people from Test Live have seen before. So Ember's got the video link. I know he's busy hiding in a bush right now.
You can't see me.
This is what we were alluding to earlier, saying that this is a special. We've been given permission, and I say we, I really mean Jimmy, but we've been given permission to show this to you. This is from Test Live, but it is something new in the game that has not actually appeared in game yet.
Right.
It is something that, and it's fun. It's part of Dark Agartha, and
there's a new boss.
There's a new boss in Dark Agartha. Is basically what we're getting at.
But bosses are random every day, like they're the which ones show up. So it hasn't shown up yet, but it's there. It's added. So we're gonna preview the new boss. With the caveat that it's test live footage and some minor things may have changed since test live, but the boss is there.
Yes. But we have permission to show this, so by all means. That's your test live character?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty basic.
I was gonna say you couldn't even get bunny ears.
One of them had the bunny head. Andy gave it to me at some point, but not that one.
So the first one you come across, it is Security 5.
That's right. Security 5 in Dark Agartha. With a new mechanic, which you might have seen today. On a couple of the guys in Dark Agartha had ads. They had flame ads. Security 5 spawns drones, and they can spawn different kinds of drones. But much like the other Smiler mechs in Tokyo, as far as like the suppression ability, stuff like that, like similar abilities, what you would expect there.
Right, all the missiles, yeah.
But in this particular thing, there's also this achievement. There's an achievement for having 15 ads alive at the end of the fight, which basically means leave all the ads alive and just kill the boss. And I believe in this video I actually get that achievement because I leave all the drones there. And those drones,
is that what all the blue spinning ones are? Those are all the drones?
Yeah, those are drones. Okay. And those ones basically, I think they're called denial drones. Basically, you just can't stand that spot. So I just have a ton of places I can't stand. And there's memories of flame floating around on top of fighting the boss. So it's a whole lot of don't stand anywhere.
Don't stand in the fire, yeah.
Or the drones.
or anything.
Or the suppression fire. Or get hit by the boss. Or the missiles.
Or anything.
Or anything. And don't fall off the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite the fight. Now this is at E17, I believe. I think I was doing my testing on E17 on Test Live.
But wasn't I saying that sometime last week that, or was it the week before? I don't know. I was saying this before. That part of what Secret World teaches, like us when you play Secret World, is to really don't stand in the thing. Don't get hit. Don't get damaged by the AoEs. The AoEs will absolutely kill you. Which is something that I find in most other games that AoEs aren't as damaging.
Yeah, no, AoEs in Secret World are
they're significant. Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, so there you have it. That is the new boss. It'll show up in the daily rotation at some point. Like I said, so bosses every day are random. So it could show up tomorrow. It could show up, 5 days from now. Who the hell knows? If anyone remembers the Legend issue of Yonder, when the Dark Agartha lores first came out, and the lores progressively show up on different platforms, and then we couldn't get the next one because that platform didn't show up in rotation for like 5 days or something. So you just have to deal with the RNG. But that particular boss is pretty cool. Like I said, in that case, he was combined with the Memories of Flame, which was actually quite challenging. But he could be on different platforms, so you'll see different combinations of stuff. But if you were to look up the challenges, there's the challenge called "How About a Fair Fight," which one of them is kill all ads before killing the boss. Okay. And there's another one called Me versus the World, which is kill a boss while there are 15 ads alive. So the Me versus the World doesn't care which ad, just that there's 15 ads alive. Whereas How About a Fair Fight means you have to kill all the ads before you kill the boss. And there's 8 kinds of ads now for Dark Agartha. And by the way, ads is a whole new thing. Dark Agartha never had those before. They never spawned other things that attacked you.
And now they do.
Yeah, now today I think today 2 different bosses spawned in the higher elites anyways. Ran like these flames. They would suicide on you. They would attack and then suicide. Denial drones, intervention drones, reconstruction drones, welder drones, detonation drones, suppression drones, and the call of wistful flame. So there's lots of things. I think I had footage of it, but I don't think I got it uploaded. There's a couple new mechanics that you could see today. There was, I think, one yesterday as well. The really interesting one today was on the, I don't know if anyone's seen it, on the Ghoul. The Ghoul has a new thing he does, which he basically does like a green toxic line across the entire platform from like him out.
Okay.
And then it spins.
Ooh.
Think of it like a toxic green version of Darkness Ward Boss 3, right? Where he makes a ceremonial line and then spins. It's very much like that, just green toxic and and thicker. It like seems to have less safe space, actually, at least visually. Can I say? But yeah. It's a trip. That was a trip. The Hellfire guy, he now can do a Hellfire sword instead of just forked pitch. He can do a sword shape, and then it swings.
Ooh, okay.
So he'll do like a flame thing on the ground that's shaped like a sword, and then all of a sudden it'll just go. Yeah, and you don't know to what side. It's random whether it swings left or right. And it does it very quickly, so you just kind of need to be away from it.
So all these changes to Dark Agartha, as we said, these aren't actually in the patch notes. They just kind of
they're just
these in.
Now, Tesla was testing this stuff. When was it? Like end of December, I think. I want to say it was last time I remember testing. But yeah, we were testing a bunch of the newer modifiers and stuff like that. Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff, and on day 2 so far, we've seen a very small amount of it. Right. And all of it for the higher levels is really fun. How many new achievements? 25 new achievements for Dark Agartha.
And of course, the whole reason to run Dark Agartha is for the tier 4. That's the best way to phrase that. The special tier 4 gear drops, or not the gear drops, but they drop the shards that you need to basically create the tier 4 imbuers.
Well, Dark Agartha got 25 achievements, but also the event, the Rosenbrawl Open Week, has 7 achievements of its own, and it, which is a new pet. One of them's a new pet. There's a mask. There's some there's at least one title. There's a mask and there's a pet from the actual event. Dark Agartha has 3 possible sprints that you can get, or I should say get. I should say earn, because it's not like the other sprint that you could get from Dark Agartha was from the loot chest, which is like random whether it shows up. These are achievement sprints. So if you do the thing, you'll get the sprint. Or things, plural. But yeah, I'm kind of like super excited. Security 5 is alive at the end of the world. I'm pissed off.
But angry.
Yeah. And it raises some questions, like, is that Harumi?
Like
transfer consciousness?
Well, or like transferred into it. Like it's the end of the world, right? It's the we don't know when exactly in the future. don't know when exactly in the future it is. Like, is it's Security 5, which we've seen is Harumi. Like, it's still pink and everything. I'm just wondering, like, is Harumi, like, you know, melded in there somehow? Or is it like just the leftovers of the robot?
I would assume that Harumi would still be in there.
Vollmer thinks it's Security 5 without Harumi. I think it's with Harumi. And I kind of base this on the end of the wetware investigation mission, where the little drone is with you the whole time. And at the end, like, the drone sacrifices itself so you can go up the elevator. And then she makes this comment about, like, immortality is not like what you think it is.
Right.
It doesn't work only one way, because she transferred between one thing to the next. And so personally, I feel like if anyone was going to make the leap, right, transfer consciousness to machine, it would be Harumi. I think that's a strong poke in that direction, in my personal opinion. The end of that mission is trying to force you to rethink what your views on possible ways to be immortal are.
And one is just basically copying consciousness.
Right. What would happen to her brother then? Eaten by the Dreamers like everything else.
Oh, Laney's out.
Yeah,
again.
Dark Arthur is really dark. Dark Arthur is like probably the darkest thing in the game. Like, legitimately. It's in the
name.
It's in the name.
They don't call it light Agartha.
Or semi-dark.
I mean, they also state the legends for Dark Arthur state, like, whatever's there is just basically stuff that it's like the Dreamers were eating and crumbs fell out of their mouth. Like, is kind of the thing, right? They're messy eaters, is what it said. So they, like, little stuff slips past. They're basically Cookie Monster, and there's just cookie crumbs flying everywhere.
It seems like she didn't keep the sanity. Nope. That's why she attacks you on sight.
Kept sanity.
No,
but
everything wants to murder you at that point.
Yeah. I just saw someone kill someone else outside of the Rosenbrawl arena. I didn't think that was possible.
Yeah, it is, because your PvP doesn't end as soon as you walk out.
Ah.
Yeah, because nice. I killed somebody in the respawn area.
All right, so
do we want to do the rest of the mission?
Yes.
Then we can do the fight, hopefully, after Ember does his.
So after you complete your fight, you come back and you get to investigate the soulmate machine. Now, like I said, we got a whole bunch of spoilers here, so
leave now.
Right. Close your ears.
If you want to.
So you have to investigate the soulmate machine. Which isn't just clicking on it. It's not just clicking on it again, because clicking on the soulmate machine again will just put you into PvP again.
Oh, I think he updated his tier. I think he got it.
Yep.
Nice.
Did you get it?
Yep.
He got the SMS message.
Okay, yes. It's really hard to see, but it's on the very back of the machine. There is some extra wiring going on. And then you get this SMS message. And it is contentious.
Is it though?
I mean, I'm still smarting from last night, because I came in to do this mission last night. I was like, I'm just gonna do this mission. It's gonna take, like, if it's a good investigation, it's gonna take a little bit of time to finish it. And it was like midnight And I was like, nope, I'm just going to bed. I left it on tier 2.
I want to point out, and I've said this before off stream, I think a lot of people miss that the timer is a clue.
Yes. So
When you
read
miss
this. I don't think we should give away every clue, but so Ember, what do you think? You're the one that's actually doing this mission.
The 10-minute time gets a lot of pressure on you to try to find flames.
The 10-minute timer is a clue itself, as Jimmy pointed out. The 10-minute timer says that basically, if you have to read a couple of heavy paragraphs and try to figure it out,
it's not really expecting you to go far.
It's not going to be far away.
So, when you read it, what is your thought process, Ember, on what you have to do next?
We have to find a flame. Because it's talking about.
Well, what is the last sentence? What does the last sentence say?
You can go back into your journal and read it again if you want. You just got another match.
Yeah. That's Rosenthal.
Show like a show image, I think. Should be right there, right? Show image. You might have clicked the next tier.
Which one? What?
A match made in Rosa Brawl, tier 2. If you tier 2 should have a show image at the bottom.
Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, there we go.
So the last sentence says,
"Got the flames and meet me there. I won't wait long." Okay.
I can barely hear you, Ember.
That's okay. He's just mumbling to himself.
Yeah, I'm reading to myself. I'm like,
I thought something was wrong with your audio. So again, if you're not familiar with Secret World in general, it's different. It's a different game. It has these investigation missions throughout that are tricky. They're tricky. They're designed to be tricky. They're designed to be really, really kind of stretching the boundary. You're going to have to use outside stuff. You're going to have to use other websites. You're going to have to use real world knowledge. You're going to have to translate into other languages. You're going to have to basically do a whole bunch to solve these missions. And some of them, I guess this one is considered a relatively easier one. I still banged my head against it last night.
That's almost what makes it harder, though.
Because you overthink it, yeah.
Yeah, you're so used to them requiring so much more out of you.
Especially the ones where like, oh, you need to translate this into Romanian, but then translate it into some other language.
So what'd you come up with, Ember?
I'm still trying to figure it out. So it's just basically you want the 3 flames that you're looking for.
So if you read the last sentence,
yeah, the last one there.
It tells you an action to do. If you want to be the former, do something.
Count the flames and meet me there.
All right. Did you count them?
Count the flames.
Yeah, the ones that I'm not worried about. There's 3. And the third paragraph.
Right, but there's how many different flames that it describes.
7.
By Jove.
By Jove, I think he's got it.
I think he's got it.
So.
Okay.
Okay,
all
7.
Right.
Yep.
So that's basically your clue. Is after reading that.
Yeah, by the way, that's it. That's your clue.
That's it. That's your clue. Yes.
So 7, meet them there. It's probably close. Also, have you done other investigation missions?
Oh yeah, I've done all the throughout my game because I've gone through like Transylvania and all in South Africa.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, rack my brain. Balmer, where's this on TSW?
Push this through.
Yeah.
Since I tell you from watching these in games, other people literally count the word flame as something like 13. That's very common, then.
That was me. That was me last night. Mm-hmm.
But it's not correct.
It's no. That's what I was racking my head against last night. Is I read that through and I was like, count flames. I was like, okay, and I just counted how many times it said the word flames in the thing, which came to 13. And we're not actually ragging you, Bomber. We're done.
The thing is that the paragraphs actually, the whole message is talking about the different kinds of flames. It's this kind of flame, that kind of flame, this other kind of flame. Yeah, they're all listed very deliberately, and that is correct. And from there, the next part really relies on you having done, honestly, a previous investigation mission. I would think, right, Mikey?
Yeah, there's one specific investigation mission. I forget which one it's called. It's in Tokyo, though.
No.
It's not in Tokyo?
No, what? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
In Hellenbach.
Hellenbach?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to reach. I'm taking a trip to Jersey.
What?
Hellenbach.
I'm trying to think. Hellenbach's the one that starts in Savage Coast and has you jumping all over the place, figuring out all the
wicker.
Wicker and the symbols.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with that. What are you talking about?
Yes, it does.
It does.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
Go look in that. Go look. Go to that place. We're not gonna spoil for Ember this second. Go to that place. This is what I was talking about before the stream. I didn't realize you didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I thought you were talking about because it goes into.
All right, how much time I got left?
I'm so lost.
I got 2 minutes.
Hey, Ember, was Hellenbach a clue for you at all?
Well, it's with the flames, the power. So you think, because that's the hell on earth, pretty much area.
Yeah, it's less about the flames and it's about the.
Well, it was. Where is it?
And it's the number is key. That's funny, actually. The number is literally key.
Well, I was talking about the fire pit. The flame's not in the fire pit.
The number. This is gonna be great. Like once you figure it out, the number is the key.
I got like a minute.
Oh really? Well, It doesn't matter. If you times out, you can get it.
I can redo it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just pick it back up. But literally, Ember, the number is the key.
7.
And Hellenbach is a massive clue. I mean, Hellenbach is basically spoiled.
Are you saying that because it's the mission? Is that the mission that basically sends you to there? Is that what you're referring to as for Hellenbach?
Sends you to the same exact place.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so that's
literally the same exact place.
All right, so that's gonna be London, New York.
I thought you were like something about the symbols, because that's all I really remember from Hellenbach.
Yeah,
was all the symbols and all the. At one point, the flower shop, but it's not the flower shop.
Literally, I think I'm gonna have to literally tell what it is.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no, Ember, look up the guide for Hellenbach. That's less cheating, right?
As we said, don't overthink it.
ESWD.
But to be fair, like if you haven't done that, right?
It's been a no, I haven't done it in a while,
I'm
but
putting
yeah.
this out there. If you haven't done Hallenbach and or just don't remember it, it's less obvious. It's way less obvious. You know,
I mean, it'd be way less obvious, but not like, because I completely forgot about Hellenbach.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's the same key. It's the same key for Hellenbach.
Same key in the same room.
Yes.
Are you talking about tabula rasa?
Yes.
That we are, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the room.
So, does the statement "the 7 is the key" mean something to you now?
Yeah.
Maybe. I feel like we spoiled the whole thing really badly.
The only reason why we know about tabula rasa is the Hellenbach. No, I don't think so. I've known about it just because I don't know. I explore.
Yeah, but the only reason I think you would really remember that the other rooms.
Wasn't it also used in the mission with the one that was that we don't have in Legends yet, but the one that was attached to the park?
7 Silences?
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure tabula rasa has something to do with 7 Silences.
I mean, that is possible.
And no, I'm thinking of the other mission that it's gonna be another spoil. Haha. In that this mission this investigation mission that they just put out, it has to deal again with the swarm.
Right. But I don't think that sent you to tabula rasa.
Like the other mission that had to deal with the swarm. That's what I thought you were referring to.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing more with the swarm as well.
It's a very interesting plot thread with the swarm. The fact that we are all.
What room did you go to, Ember?
I went to I used the 6th key and the 7th key.
It's this. It is the 7. You were in the wrong room. It's the 7.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It should be Septimus.
Septimus.
Septimus. I don't think they're actually in numeral order, but Septimus means 7.
No, they're not in order from the vendor, but yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's side note. That's one of the things that you always think about when you come to the when you think about the months of the year. You know, you have January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
So the room
August.
you're in should be familiar, Ember, because it's the room that Wicker's stuff is in.
Yeah.
Right? It's Hellenbach. This is the only way that I can think of anyone normally would know this. Especially, by the way, you're supposed to be able to do this mission at level 15, and guaranteed the only way you know about this is you did Hellenbach and Savage Coast. Right? Guaranteed. Nothing else is going to make you go here. You didn't find it yet? Turn around.
Unless you knew that in order to get into the instance in the Rosenbrawl instance in the first place, you still had to talk to that guy.
Yeah, maybe.
So you know that there are other keys available.
Right. But especially if you're really early in the game, unless you've done that mission, you have no idea. You need to be translating like Roman crap.
Yeah, Hellenbach is a weird mission in general. I mean, that's probably one of the hardest investigations.
Interesting. The recommended level of mission states is 50. Yeah, I think that happens a lot, though. I think that's a default or something, because I didn't do the same thing for some other mission that wasn't really the recommended level for, like a past event. Bummer. I want to say that happened before. All right, so now you need to go outside. And if you read the message,
It's purple hair, punk clothes.
yeah, the clothes thing I don't think seemed correct, but the
it was a hint to basically say look like somebody who is outside of the normal, outside of.
With purple hair. The purple hair part was dead on.
Oh.
I think we're in a different instance than Ember.
Yeah.
Oddly enough. Hold on, I'm just gonna meet up on you. Ember, so I can be in the same instance. I'm actually running it as well.
Okay.
Since it was off cooldown for me, I figured I might as well.
But where it was going before was that September and October you would think would be the 7th and 8th month, but they're not. They're the 9th and 10th month.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Blame Roman emperors Julius and Augustus, who decided to throw in their own names in the months.
Bastards.
Because otherwise, without July and August, September and October would be the 7th and 8th month.
The Roman year started in March? Oh, that's interesting.
And it's why December, Deck 10, is the 12th month as well.
We learned so much on this show.
Fun fact, Romans screwing everything up.
Well, did they screw it up or did we screw it up? By starting our year in January instead of March.
Well, the figured that the months were named before them. I learned more Latin from Hellenbach than I did from anywhere else. That is fair.
Yeah, I believe that.
That is fair.
I think that's probably true for most people.
Languages is one of the things that they really do focus on. Here in the Secret World, they like dealing with the different languages. Romanian. I just remember Romanian, really.
Well, Japanese, origami.
Yeah, right, Tokyo, Japanese.
Hebrew, right?
Yes, but not only Hebrew. It's like Hebrew, and then that's a really strange one. That's translating into Hebrew into another language. Is it Arabic? I think it's Arabic.
Yeah, Arabic. That sounds right. Remember, you want to jump off down here? This is like what it wants you to do.
Oh, I jumped right into that one.
Well, not into the.
And I walked into that one. And that one too.
You can face on up there. That's interesting. I mean, you can do it this way. This does work. Mikey. So I believe on like other people's screens you don't actually see all the effects either.
I see nothing. No.
Yeah, if you watch the stream, it's all kinds of shit going on.
Which is an interesting thing that there is now stuff going on for you,
but not anybody
that can actually affect you and your character and your speed and everything about it.
And you'll see it affect me, but it doesn't affect you.
Yeah, because I'm not doing the mission.
Right.
Oh. God, there's no door.
Ever try to go through the glass? I did that the first time too. You gotta wait for the fire circle to go away, and you can walk through this way, or you can just beeline it. That works too, I guess.
Yes. There is an achievement for staying out of every spell that she throws at you. Spell.
I did it without Face Stone and Flicker. 100%. I actually found them to be more problems than they were worth.
You want to do a
All right,
story
so
mode or elite?
It's up to you what difficulty you want to do it at. Like, I can't do the first one with you. We can group it after you've done it.
Okay. We can do elite 1 if you want to do a grouping.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, you have to do the first one yourself, so it's going to be just you.
Okay. Okay.
So do whatever you're
story mode then.
So this is a scaled mission. They added it to the plethora of other scaled missions.
I'm gonna do E17 while you guys are doing while he's doing E1.
I might as well go do an elite while I'm trying.
We can see who finishes first.
Take your bets. Take your bets. My bet is not on me.
Don't forget to eat your cake.
Oh.
You can use one of your cakes and then consume it for a bonus. Claims why I couldn't eat 90%. I read about the bug. Yeah, the bug's fixed now.
It should be fixed. Yeah.
And no, it is. It is for sure. I beat E17 today. I could not do that yesterday. It was literally impossible for me. I could barely beat E16. It was crazy town. Just as a note, Ember, if you do get ice stacks, you want to step in fire to get rid of them. Because if you hit 8 ice stacks, you'll turn into an ice cube and die.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
But just in general, stay out of the fire. I mean, that's
yeah. You want to stay out of the circles.
You stay out of anything unless you're on fire, and then go into. Or I mean, sorry, unless you're frozen and then go into the fire because it removes the freezing. And 8 stacks of freezing will turn you into a popsicle and kill you.
And you'll know that you're freezing.
Well, you can see the stack on it. Do you finish it already? No. Nice. Good job, Ember. I'm still on mine.
Me too.
Cool. So I guess after I got forward, well, I should be doing that automatically, right?
Oh, I just noticed she's not supposed to disappear.
What?
She's not supposed to turn invisible.
What do you mean?
The first time I fought her, she turned invisible.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean she turned invisible?
She turned invisible. Actually, like the only thing that I could see was the effects glowing from her hands, so I knew where she was.
That's super strange. No, that should not happen.
I'm like, oh, that wasn't on purpose. I thought that was on purpose. I thought that was like, haha, she's turned invisible, but you can only see her by her hands. And I was like, okay, I mean, you know, that's a thing. That's a mechanic. I've seen that before.
All right, so how do you do the choice?
The phone is in your inventory items, like the mission items.
Oh, okay.
Now there is 2 options. I mean, you can read the phone. By the way, there's an achievement for unlocking a pet, and it has to do with reading all the emails in here and figuring out what to go do to do that. We can do that if you want.
I got 3. I got email, contacts, and settings.
Well, you could only get the phone a second time if you do the entire investigation, not if you just do the fight.
Yeah, so like, you would need to. So there's 2 options, and if you do the mission twice and choose a different option both times, you'll unlock the actual swarm mask, which is pretty cool. But yeah, if you read the different emails, there's one of them is a clue about how to get the pet, the Izzy Berenstein pet.
Which option will count as canon?
I don't know. If it just. I mean, it says your choice, your actions to have effects or whatever, but much like the other Swarm one, where you can do that mission like, every day, if you're patron, and pick a different option every day. I have no idea if it's actually counting that or not.
Like, it might count the first time you do it to your character, but I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Like, the first time it may be a significant choice, but every time after, maybe not.
So, are you reading the emails, Ember?
Yeah. I'm going
so if you go to email and trash, read the don't forget one. Wow, Leo. I don't know what to say to that.
Banned.
Because that's the one that actually mentions Berenstein.
Yeah.
So in this case, the number is also a clue. So we can go do that after you make your choice on the phone. You like? And you make your choice from settings, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back there.
Just in case that part wasn't clear.
I beat mine this time around. I decided to do it at the highest difficulty I could, and succeeded. Yay! In the end, as long as you stay out of the fire, it's well, you're not. Whoa! Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, I met up on you. Thinking that you were out of it. How you doing?
Just looting my chest. It doesn't let you loot the chest.
Yes,
oh, really? Does. Does it give you anything?
Yep, totally.
Okay, probably need to report that.
Yeah, that seems wrong.
What did it give you, by the way?
This pretty much the same rewards that I got for completing it.
What is it? If you hover over them, what does it say?
What do you mean?
Like the distillates, right?
Yeah.
What color are they?
Purple.
How? What's the amount?
A talisman is 2,200.
Okay. So it's not scaled. It's scaled to you then. Mine are 4K.
Okay. Okay, so it's scaled to me.
That's
right.
what I was checking.
It still seems like kind of a bug to
Yeah, so you can meet up and loot it, but you're not getting loot that of my level, which is interesting.
Right. I did not know that.
So when I looted it, I got 4K distillates. When you looted it, you got them. So it's tied to your IP or whatever. But yeah. They seal yourself in fog and mirrors too, Homer says. Yeah, it probably shouldn't do that.
I mean, it still used a dungeon key, so it's not like the fight is really.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
It's not necessarily something that's too breaking per se.
Right. No, that's fair.
Like, invite all your friends, and then they all get the same level loot that they still have to pay
but like
key for from a 3-minute cooldown mission. I mean, it's. It probably is still not intended, though. So, all right. Bug report that. Also, bug report that she kind of disappeared while I was...
Yeah, that's weird. I was no idea what the hell you're talking about there.
I don't know how to repeat it, but...
That is crazy town right there. That should not happen. I did not see that the reporting was improved.
Really? Yeah, you have to right-click on somebody's name in chat.
Player reporting, not reporting bugs. Player reporting.
Yeah, playing.
Where was that in the patch notes? It's not on the Discord patch notes.
It's not in patch notes. I think Andy sent up a Twitter. Or it was.
Interesting. Oh, today's notes, which, and again, are not on Discord.
Yeah.
Discord's been getting kind of shafted on the patch notes, I'm going to be honest. I don't know why. Even the patch notes from yesterday are not the same on Discord as they are on the forum, even. Which is a bit of a bummer.
Yes, it says, part of the patch that went through today says improved reporting. In-game reporting has been improved and now temporarily mutes users who receive multiple unique reports over a short period of time. In order to report a user, right-click on their name in chat to bring up a drop-down menu and then select a report. Reporting a user sends a notice to customer service and also adds that user to your ignore list. Okay. So if too many people report one person, it just...
yeah.
It doesn't...
I gotta say, I don't know how happy or not I am about that.
I mean, because that seems like it can be abused, but all it does is it just mutes the user. It doesn't, like, kick them out of game. It doesn't ban them. It doesn't...
What happens? I just did it to a random person here, expecting to get a pop-up. Like, what's your report? Is it, like...
no, it just happens. So
it just happens.
For no reason.
I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for the pop-up.
Yeah.
So, Funcom, Andy, customer service, I'm sorry for this person to get a report.
No, so it's happened before, and I've mentioned this before, like this particular problem, because what's right next to report? Inspect, currently on the menu.
Oh no. So it's pretty easy to...
If I mouse slip, I can report you instead of inspecting you.
Yeah. Well, on mine, it says trade, report, make friend. So it's like, oh, I want to make friend.
Yeah,
hit report.
So yeah, there's a couple different options, but yeah, that's the other one, is where make friend is also right next to report. I've done that as well.
Yeah.
Do we need to test it on Jimmy? People need to report some person being muted? Yeah, sure. But okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So one of the big complaints, we actually went over this on Discord today. One of the big complaints about the forums actually is the auto flagging system. People abuse the crap out of that on the forums.
Yeah, that's part of the Discord software.
Yeah, but like if you put up something and like certain people will just flag bomb a post until it gets auto shut down, regardless of whether it actually should be.
Right. Yeah, it should just flag it, and that for a moderator to come in and say, okay, yes, let's go ahead and close
like
this out.
I get, when you have especially small staff and like a large amount of people to deal with, like how you want to automate things. I completely understand that. But the problem is it's just way too open to abuse, and it does sort of weird me out that it's not like it's been good on the forums.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's just unfortunate with the software that's baked in.
Kalani has a story. Reported someone in TSW when I got the message back from the GM. They included, by accident, their text of what their actions were. So I saw what they posted internally and wasn't supposed to. Oh, snap. Behind the curtain.
Ooh. I'll probably get a GM message here.
Like, what are you doing? Stop reporting random people.
I've accidentally reported someone, and I've intentionally reported someone. I've never gotten a message. I've never gotten a message from a GM about it.
Ever. I mean, I know where they're coming from as far as like if someone receives multiple reports in a short period of time, that that's kind of a flag that person is probably doing something that many people do not want, but
Darkheart,
that can also be very easily abused.
Your Valentine doesn't need to use the machine. You need to go kill your Valentine. If you see hearts above their head, go punch them until they don't have hearts above their head anymore. Since I had an incident with a mob seller spamming a Garth the entire weekend, it was embarrassing. You gotta go kill Bill when your love system. Yeah. No, I agree, Zen. This does feel like it's supposed to, if everyone's reporting the same person that's spamming like gold selling crap, it makes sense to auto mute them to a certain degree, but it's just dangerous. And I feel like the forums has already proven that there's a pretty significant chunk that are like willing to abuse the crap out of the auto flagging function. Because I've seen it happen. And not just to my stuff, by the way, not just to my stuff. I've seen it happen to other people. I've even seen someone who responded to me who was arguing with me, right? But we were having like at least at that juncture, like a decent enough argument. And other people flagged their response to the point it got blocked. And if you're the original poster, you can like say, I want to see this blocked content anyways, basically. And I read their response and I was like, okay, I still don't agree with the guy, but it wasn't vile or anything. I totally would have just responded back. We would have been engaging in a conversation, right? But yet other people took it upon themselves to just flag the shit out of that guy's post. I was like, that's not helpful. That's not cool.
There's a lot of abuse that can happen. I mean, it's just when any kind of automated reporting mute feature, you'll have the trolls that go out there and just auto flag everybody.
Yeah. There was one thread that the only thread I think I ever started on the new forums, because I stay away from the new forums. The only thread I ever started, I believe, at least at the time, got the most flags of any thread in the entire system. Like Tron, I think told me that like in voice at the time. He was like, "Yeah, your thread had the most flags of anything on the entire board."
I wonder if that record still stands.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, my thread got shut down. Which, I mean, granted, there was like, really passionate arguing back and forth. But outside of like one person, no one was being a jackass. We were just making points and counterpoints. And it got to be to the point where like the guy I was arguing with, he actually like, because our arguments were reasoned, he came back with like, okay, I actually see what you're saying now. And the other person posted like, don't agree with him. he's effing insane, blah blah blah. Like, so the person I'm having like a debate with, actually, like, I managed to at least maybe not sway him to my side, but get him to see what I'm trying to say.
reason. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I can see what you're saying, and this other person is just like, screw that, he's insane, right? And they're not even part of the conversation.
Don't believe his lies.
Who's wrong, like, and you're wrong for believing him.
Literally every other post like might have been argumentative, but they were all like point counterpoint debate style, which should be fine. That's what the forum's for.
It's discussion.
Right, but that one person just was like,
no, because
crapping all over the thread, and then it just got flagged to hell. It got flagged to holy hell.
That's because you weren't agreeing with him and his ideals and views. So
yeah,
the hell with you.
So there we go. I just reported both of those bugs. So enjoy.
I thought you were saying you reported.
Be a good player. Be a good player, citizen, and report your bugs.
You're welcome.
I thought you were going to say that you reported a couple people right there. Trying out the new feature.
I'm just picking random people. You're all getting reported.
And you're going to report. And you're going to report. Everybody gets reports.
It's an Oprah show.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat were reporting. You get reported.
Kalani gets one. Leo.
Simultaneously, we can get him muted.
Hold on. Let me see if I can report Kalani. Give me a second.
Hey, what's up, Lemon? You did get left out.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I predict at some point that is going to be abused. It's really just a question of how much.
Oh, I'm sure it already is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure if it already has, because I don't know.
It's pretty new, and I don't know how many people know that it's really there.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see some groups of people that I'm aware of potentially using that.
You didn't join my Cabal report.
Like if everybody in the something in Wolves Cabal decides to report somebody.
Oh right, the 10,000 members or whatever of that Cabal that crashes the friends list.
Yes.
Yeah, every single member gets
can basically just mute whoever they want as a Cabal.
As a Cabal, they can just be like, everyone mute this person.
You are muted.
They are instant muted. Yeah.
It's the you shall not pass.
The passion argument that you sort of almost won. What I wouldn't say sort of almost won. I'd just say that like they understood what I was trying to get across.
Pineapple on pizza.
It was when they removed the other faction missions from the agent system. You remember that, Mikey?
When they removed. I'm sorry.
Missions. So, like, it used to be, everyone had, regardless of faction, had the same pool of missions.
Right.
And then they split them. So, like, if I'm a dragon, I don't see the more Templar-focused ones. If you're a Templar, you don't see, like, the Dragon or Lumi-focused ones, etc.
Right, yeah.
They split them. They used to all be together. Like, as a dragon, I could get the mission to, like, go fetch Geary's coffee or something.
Oh, okay.
In the beginning. And then a bunch of people wigged out that, why would I be doing that? Why would my
immersion.
Why would my Templar character be basically helping out the Illuminati? I could see that.
Oh, yeah, no. It's backwards, Kalani. So the thing is, they misunderstood, at least this person's argument, they misunderstood what the agent system is. And they were the only ones that for some reason thought they got promoted to faction handler, like your character's the new Geary or Diamond Kyoto or something. And that is expressively not what the agent system is.
No, not even a little bit.
That is not what you are. You basically have a Rolodex. I mean, that's what your agents are. They're a Rolodex. And if you look at your different things, it'll tell you, like, use this information to get them to do what you want. They're not your employee. They're not your agent. All these agents aren't like underneath your, Amway pyramid or something, right? Like,
the Illuminati is not actually a pyramid scheme. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I mean, the Illuminati might be.
The element.
Well, Li Chung playing to his heritage and distaste the dragon is a good way to ease him into a contract. Like, they're just people you contact and be like, hey, can you do this for me? And hopefully you have leverage over them to make that to incentivize them to actually do the mission for you. That's what the agent system is. And that said, none of the faction missions were really something that you couldn't wrap your head around. The Geary's coffee is where you sabotage your coffee. But I mean, they all made sense in some way. There was even one where you off a dragon, right? And people were like why would a dragon off a dragon? But the dragon in the mission, that is a traitor anyways. Yeah. But also it's the dragon, so who the hell? We would do it for any number of reasons.
It's true. The dragon's chaos. They're like,
dragon,
I don't know.
A butterfly flaps its wings, and then this hurricane happens.
Right.
And then this person's
that one person gone, and is just the one domino in the effect. You just got to do it. Sorry.
Literally, none of the missions couldn't be explained if you bothered to use your brain for half a second. Like, none of them were straight up in your face. Like, oh my God, why would my faction of this way do that? Because and also it's not you, right? It's you hiring someone. So you would have to think, like, as a Templar, even if you're not sabotaging Geary's coffee, maybe it'd be handy to have an agent get inside Geary's place of employment and hand her coffee and maybe get some info out of that, right? Wouldn't you want intel from that mission as a Templar? Wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, but we know Templars can't really run computers.
So
they had that
anyway,
handicap.
The argument was that the argument
shots fired.
Initially in that forum was based on the fact that these people had a very skewed understanding of what their position was in regards to the agents. They literally thought they were like the new faction handler, and these are my agents. They're like in my faction. Which doesn't make any sense, really, when you think about it. Like, all these guys are not part of your faction. Whatever your faction may be. Amir is not part of your faction. Amir burns all your intel supplies and assets when he comes back from a mission because he doesn't like you.
It's true.
Like, he'll get the mission done, and he burns everything and brings you back nothing.
You can't suddenly convince Amir to be Templar.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So that idea was flawed, and that's what I was trying to argue in my case to not split the missions, because that gives everyone less missions. That was my big argument, was it gives everyone less story. And why would you do that? There's no real reason to do that. Nothing in them is so anti the other faction that you can't see a reason why you might send an agent to do that. But eventually, the vocal minority there won out. I remember talking with Tron about it on Discord, and neither one of us believed it was ever going to happen. And he was furious, by the way, on the dev stream when they announced it. He turned red. He literally turned red on that stream.
How dare
they? Sitting next to Andy when Andy went to announce that they were splitting it off, so that only you only saw faction related missions for your faction. And he was sitting on his hands, his face turning red. He was pissed. Because to those of us that can think, I think, a little beyond just straight linear, beyond the name of a faction, there was no reason any of the content of those missions couldn't have been done. You know what I mean? If you think beyond the name, everyone was just saying I'm Dragon or I'm Temp. I think honestly, I'd be really surprised if any Dragon had any problem with it. I'm gonna go with Templars. Probably had the most problem with it, They tend to be the most rigid in structure, which makes sense. But they couldn't get beyond the fact that they see a mission that has the word like Lumi or Dragon in it, and then just immediately go hate, right? Like that.
There is a surprising amount of faction pride in this game, I will say.
Yeah.
But I will also say it is funny. You can actually kind of, there's certain personality types that end up certain factions, like for real. You don't generally find like a loosey-goosey person as a Templar too often. They tend to be more rigid, structured people. For the record, I agree with you entirely that agents are not our faction affiliates, but I also don't like the idea of doing mission that helps the other faction. Yeah, see, the helps the other faction part is the part that I thought was questionable at best. I always thought that if you're... I think one was like installing security cameras in Geary's office. Whoa, my God, why wouldn't you want that mission as the other faction?
Yeah, why would you want that as your own mission? That's not your job.
Yes, please, as a dragon, can I install cameras in Geary's office?
Yeah.
Yes. I will be watching those cameras. Like, why wouldn't I do that?
Right. Geary would never be like, oh, hey, you, go install cameras in my office. Why would Geary want cameras in her office in the first place?
Yeah, well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't in her office. Maybe it was like cameras. It was cameras in Lumi somewhere, right? Maybe it was in her office. Maybe just replace a broken camera in the Lumi lobby or something. But again, as an opposite faction, right? And you're like, hey, there's this, and also I kind of think you got to think of it as like the agent missions is almost like Craigslist, like, right? Like, we're just bidding on jobs right now, right? So Geary's like, hey, someone's got to fix this camera. Like, as the opposite faction, wouldn't you want to do that like the most? Because presumably you're gonna bug the shit out of that gear.
It's true. It's true.
Strange topic to get. Okay, so the reason that some of us got very hot and bothered about it was because there's actual story in the missions. There's story chains in the missions. There's story, and if most people that really like Secret World really like
story. Yeah.
And so the idea that we had story we could experience, and then you took it away, and now I can no longer see those stories. That story is off limits to me. That was the problem. Like, honestly, if it had come out split in the first place, it would have been much less of a deal, right? If the agent system launched and different factions got different faction only missions, that would have probably seemed relatively normal. Like, different factions have different turn-in reports. Okay, whatever. But it's the fact that we had it all. It was designed that way from the beginning, and then I forget how long it was. It was a while. Maybe 6 months, maybe more. At some point in time, they just like, nope, we're gonna cut those missions, and now you don't get to see them anymore. That was the rough part, right? Don't take away story from me. That's why people got passionate about it, at least on this side of it. The passion on the other side was literally just faction hate, which I felt like was an odd thing to bend to from the...
Especially, yeah.
Like, literally, like, I'm being serious, like, and some of the other developers I talked with as well, they didn't expect the company to bend over on that one. It seemed odd to just bend to, like, literally what boiled down to, like, faction hate speech. Like, why would you bend to that? But they did. It wasn't like it was a shit ton of people. It was just some, noisy people on a forum. And the rest of us that bothered to get noisy about it in the other direction, did it too little too late, basically.
I say especially because nowadays the common trend among games in general is not to split people into factions anymore. It's basically to join people together to, join the factions together for a common cause in most of these games, because
Legends.
Well, yeah.
Out the gate, you're introduced to New York Raid, where all your like the subway, right? All the factions are present. They're all united against the filth.
But mainly because, just from a developmental standpoint, if you're going to make content, why only make content for half your player base when you could be making content for all your player base?
Right.
You know, it's having the specific stuff split off into different factions is not necessarily efficient. And that's why you see many games start off as factions and then kind of go faction-less. You know, like now we can even join cabals that are multi-faction as well. I think, right? Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the updates.
Yeah, the cabals now Legends. Cabals are all multi-faction. It doesn't care. And the thing is, the truth is, cabals were multi-faction in TSW. They just had to do it around the system.
Yeah, you had to do 3 cabals, one for each.
You did 3
faction.
cabals. It would all be like the same name, with just a -I, T, and D at the end.
Right.
And then you get a custom chat channel that everyone joined. Like, that was super common. Like, most good cabals were multi-faction cabals, because you just want good players. You don't care if they like Templar clothing over Lumi clothing or vice versa. Like,
right.
You don't care.
So, but many games are kind of going that direction anyway, because yeah, it's just more efficient to create content for everybody instead of splitting it off.
I know Ember's back in Rosenbrawl, but did you guys want to do the group version of that fight?
We can. Let's get a full 5 if we can.
Oh yeah, because they don't have the achievement yet, huh?
Right, because there's an achievement for doing that fight, for doing the boss fight with a full 5 group.
Let's see who else is around. And it's, by the way, it's also any elite level. So like, you don't have to do it at any particular difficulty to get the achievement.
So if you want to jump in, just let us know.
Someone just sent me a tell, so we'll grab them. We have 1 spot left if anyone wants to pop in.
I'm going one.
You can just send me a tell in game.
Once, twice.
Jimmy the Rabbit.
Sold.
Strixon can only do E1. That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Dark
So what level were you doing it on, Ember, when you did it?
I did story mode.
Story mode? Okay. You can probably survive E1.
Story mode?
There is, yes.
Yeah. I know, it's way below.
Because this is a mission
Jimmy's
that's
level.
designed for 15 plus.
Yeah.
So it has to at least have a story mode.
It does, you're right. I didn't even notice.
That was part of my trying to figure out the investigation mission last night. Is at one point I look on the back of the back of the soulmate machine, and it's got, like, as part of the electronics, it's got the little Orochi symbol, and I couldn't get it to activate. And so I was like, oh, maybe I have to go to Tokyo. And so I went to Tokyo. I went to Orochi Tower, into like the lobby, trying to look around for stuff. And no, that was not the case.
Anyone else want to spot? Anybody watching the stream? Before I hit up, like, looking for group or something.
So Kylani, if you want in, just go ahead and
raise your hand.
So it would take you a few minutes if you want, but
She said she's
You're
loading.
Kylani is in.
You're loading rabbit into what?
She says, I'm loading.
Now, are these free range rabbits?
Into? Like a pickup truck?
A box?
Just picture like, just loading rabbit. Just
I do like hold your carrots though. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't have any carrots. We actually just made a snowman like over the weekend, and we didn't have carrots, oddly enough. So we had to use a banana for his nose. We had a.
Wait, you
banana
got snow?
snowman. Oh yeah.
I'm actually kind of jealous. We haven't had a single major snow yet this year. It's very weird for us.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Dude, we had a snow squall. Literally,
yeah,
like
we
whiteout.
never had snow down here, so you're good.
I mean, I'm in New Jersey. I feel like I can say that safely. I'm in New Jersey, and we usually get like at least a couple of major snows coming through. And yeah, we've had a squall, but it didn't leave anything. Not around here, anyway. But we usually have at least like 2 or 3 big snowstorms a year, and we haven't had a single one. Just like maybe flurries here and there.
The most American thing ever, snowman with banana. I mean, I don't know if it's an American thing. It's definitely a me thing.
I think it's a Claney
All right,
thing.
I'm gonna
Or,
give
no,
you
Jimmy
lead,
thing.
I was like,
Mikey.
Kylene, you're Canadian, right? Yeah. I'm not taking Canada snow.
I gave you lead, Mikey. You can invite Kalani. That way, Dark Hearts can go as well. You guys are doing E1 anyways. You'll be fine.
Oh, I see. All right, yeah.
Oh, I got boxing gloves. Green. 2 of them. If anyone wants boxing gloves, let me know.
All right, so I take it everybody has already done the mission. Wait, Kylene, have you actually done the
Everyone has
investigation?
to have done the first fight. If you haven't done the first fight, you can't do the group fight.
Okay, all right.
So if anyone didn't do the solo fight, speak up.
Forever
hold your peace.
Well, they won't be able to get into the instance. That'll be the problem. You'd have to replace them if they haven't done it. And
I'm
then,
just choosing E1.
yeah, so you can choose E1, walk in, and then people can either choose E1 and walk in as well, or they can just meet up on you once they're in there.
I would say I got Strixon right next to me.
And then
Ember, are you
also-
joining up with this fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Ember can just meet up on you, but then you'll want to share the mission to him since he didn't pick it up.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm slacking.
Sitting over there punching people.
Of course.
Puncher slacking. All right, we got Ember.
So who are you missing?
You and
I'm not in the groups.
oh,
It's
no,
not
you're
me.
not.
No,
Okay.
no.
Lenara.
There's Kylene. Yes, Lenora. Leniara. Lenira.
Lenar home.
Did you already do the investigation mission, Lanera? Then just meet up on anyone that's in the group.
Ocholovis, Ember. Ember's easier to spell.
Well, you can just right click on the group and say meet up.
Yeah.
Like the
True.
That's easier. Actually, I don't think you can do /meetup. Tilty used to always say do /meetup, And that's not a thing. I'm serious. At like every damn dev stream where he wanted people to come, he'd be like, just do /meetup on my name. And like, dude, that's not how your game works.
Just do meetup. That's it. Just do
It's
meetup.
not
Come on.
porting
can
you
do it.
with meetup.
It must be a dev tool.
Are you level 50? If
Oh,
you're
if you're
not
not level 50,
that's why.
okay. I think we have to. I'll have to exit then.
You are level 50 or you're not level 50?
Yes.
Yes.
You are.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Okay. And you did already fight the swarm chick, right? On your own, solo?
Is that her official name now?
The
Swarm chick. It's Isabella, I believe, is her name.
Yeah.
Isabella. It's like Kylani's probably the best geared out of all of us. That's my guess, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been fixing her gear recently.
Yes. Yes. Quite. Okay.
So she's gonna be carrying us
through E1. I'm pretty sure that's not. I think I can carry through E1 at this point.
You were doing the mission here, Rosen. Yeah, until you finish that mission, you can't do the fight. Like you have to finish the investigation mission, not the match mission, but the actual green investigation mission. And at the end of it, you'll fight her. If you haven't done that, then you can't actually do this yet. So you might need to remove them from the group for now. You can just re-add me.
Sorry, bud.
You don't know how to continue? What's your tier say? Or do you not have the mission at all? A lot of people click the machine and don't actually click the green mission.
That's what I did.
Yeah, that's what Ember did. You have to make sure you actually take the green mission and it shows as your active mission.
Well, it shows up if you just look at the game, the cube, whatever. It says for something, but the other part is investigate. That's where the little part on the back.
Yeah, so interacting with the machine directly gives you the find your soulmate, but it doesn't give you the investigation part.
Yeah. I know it's a little hard to find.
The investigation part, it's not hard to find, but it is.
Well, if you're just
interact
if you just click trying to, say, oh, I can click it, so it gives you the option. Okay, nope, that's not the one. Oh, did you guys already jump down without me?
Yeah, you turned around.
All right, we all should have the mission. We all should be good.
Hold on.
What?
I got it now. It's hard to touch. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I'll just let you one-shot her.
It was important, okay?
Quiet. He said.
Here's what I don't get. I was doing group with some other people today.
Already.
And they said that oh, you're gonna need to dodge or jump or something, Ember.
Go. I'm good.
Go.
I want that ability. Where do we get that ability? Do we have to be as part of the swarm to get that ability?
The fold space time?
Yeah.
So people were saying that they couldn't see the fire circle on the ground. Like this fire manny that's right next to the ice manny. People were saying they couldn't see that. And I said, stand in the fire circle to get rid of your ice stacks. And they said, what fire circle?
Okay.
And I don't know how that's possible.
I mean, the first time I did this fight, like I said, she was. I saw all the circles. I didn't see her.
Yeah, that's pretty strange.
She disappeared.
I probably shouldn't have looted that box, but I did anyways.
You got the romantic cake.
Yeah.
That's true.
As we were discussing that, the romantic cake is probably the item to get if you're a, I mean, aside from the disloads, if you're a higher level player, because what is it like? If you go into a raid or if you go into a whatever, you can set one of those down, feed the entire raid, and then everyone's got 3% extra crit.
Maybe Ember can bring up his cake on the screen, like mouse over it or something. Your romantic cakes.
Oh, hang on, I gotta move it.
You put your mouse over. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So it's you and up to 9 other secret rulers may interact with it. So you only need to use one cake, and an entire raid can eat the cake and get this buff. So that's the first thing to note. It's not like everyone has to use one. You just put one down and everyone gets to use it. The buff lasts. How long? But I think was it 20 minutes?
20 minutes.
20
yeah,
minutes,
20 minutes
yeah.
is what mine says.
3% critical chance, 10% critical damage, 500 max health. And it's a additional buff. So like if you're running, the pure anima or one of the other ones that gives you like health and attack rating, that thing stacks on top of it, right? So there's not like, unlike TSW where you could have like what was it, like 5 different buffs running at once. You would like drink something, drink a potion, eat a taco. Remember those days?
Oh yeah, the tacos.
If you're really trying to buff up, you used a bunch of stuff and you'd have all these different buffs stacked. You can't really do that in Legends. Most of the time, you can only have one buff active, period. And if you use another one, it overrides it. So this one actually is additive, like it goes on top.
And so that's why it doesn't seem like a whole bunch. Like, 3% crit.
Yeah.
Ooh, 3%. Ooh.
Oh,
500 health. Oh. But
the 10% crit damage isn't too bad.
I was like, but if you're looking to get the most out of, especially like big group content, or you're looking at the most out of I don't know, that last round in occult defense or something, If you're just trying to eke just that little bit out, giving everybody 3%, giving everybody 10% extra crit damage, that's
not
significant.
bad.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing, put it that way. Better than nothing. I mean, I think that might actually be better than... Is it better than some agents? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know what the number of crit power is versus like percent, so I couldn't say for sure.
But even still, it's plus on top of the agents.
Yeah, it's plus on top. That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
You guys all got your achievement there?
Yes.
Yep.
What else do we need to do?
Find Izzy Bearstein.
Oh, yes. Izzy Berenstein. Do you want to try and like figure it out, or do you want to just go there and get it? Ember.
Oh.
Do you already have your bear, Mikey?
I do not know.
Hey, do I have? I got 2 Valentine's Day bears.
Nice.
I got brown and pink. Okay, I don't have that.
No, but there's a new one that you have to do, which unsurprisingly is back at Tabla Rasa. Yeah, I think the biggest thing about this mission is like you just have to think it's got a timer for a reason. You only have to be level 15 to do the content.
Let me tell you, I thought it was 13. I went everywhere. I was like, 13 flames, 13 flames. Where is there 13? And just going around London, the the shop where where the haircut place,
Right.
barbershop
Yeah.
has the number 13 on the sign. I was like, oh, it's got to be there. So I went in there. Nothing. I searched that place up and down. Then I was like, okay, well, level like 15 or so, maybe it's Savage Coast. Maybe Savage Coast. So I went to the Overlook Motel, room 13. Was trying to check out everything in there.
As well. That one made sense because level 15 would actually see that. Right, level 15 is Savage Coast is okay. I can tell you though, even with 7, you know what the 7th zone is? It's Shadowy Forest.
It's Shadowy Forest.
Which
say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6,
by
7.
the way, has lurking horrors that has like a green flame, and has the room where you meet the swarm.
That's
Right,
13.
right, yeah.
It has the room where you meet the swarm. I was like, oh my god, swarm, right?
Shadowy Forest, I'm going.
Shadowy Forest, the room. I went
Yeah.
there, nobody. And it wasn't until after that I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. Level 15 it can't go to Shadowy Forest.
Yeah, and that's why I kept thinking. I was like, everything that came to my mind, I was like, because this game does this a lot, where it's like you go to this random location, but we're not going to tell you where that location is. You got to figure it out for yourself, and it does that often enough. Where right, you start like trying to figure out, well, what location could that be? Where could that location be?
Anyone realize
Without
there was
even
like
thinking.
a stack of coffee tables in the outer of Tabula Rasa? Like if you just clip your camera out of bounds, there's just a shit ton of coffee tables like floating in the air. It's really weird. See
You
if I
should
can.
should go check them out with with your
So-
Krampus rocket.
Well, no, I mean I'm clipping my camera through the wall from the room. Like like that
from the
over the
room.
shoulder camera, slipping through.
Oh, you're already in the room.
Yeah. Well, the email, by the way, the key is the email. The email says 2 because 2 isn't as lonely as 1. So again, the number is your clue.
That's for Tyos.
It should be Secundus.
Secundus.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, has second in it. Wow. Inventory's full.
Your inventory's full.
Just a little bit.
That's fair.
What do I get rid of? I don't need that.
I'm gonna paste this image in Discord because it's pretty bizarre. Good. There's just a bunch of stacked coffee tables. I don't know why.
And now what?
Oh. What was she doing in the email?
Oh, dang it.
Should we even be talking about that in this channel? We're in the Tabula. Who knows what happens here?
No, in the email it says what happens.
When I cry on the bed.
Oh,
Oh. This is awkward.
Some weird crying bed orgy.
Yeah.
I got the bear.
You got it?
Yep.
Mikey, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
That one's not that difficult. Like once you've gotten the 7 part, I thought that one was pretty easy. Cause like now you have like a frame of reference to work in, right? Dark Hearts, investigate the soulmate. Yeah, the machine. The machine. You have to investigate it.
All right, it just has the legend symbol on it.
And it's pink.
And it's pink.
I think it has like little hearts when you summon it, right?
No, I didn't see them.
No,
Again.
maybe it's just when you first get it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's when you first get it. It has the hearts.
Never thought I'd be saying that. Hey, everybody, let's all stand on this bed and cry simultaneously.
Oh, look!
Oh,
They do.
That's so cool. I've never seen that before.
oh, that's cute though.
Our
Okay,
pets are heartmates. Aww.
you put two pets next to each other and they shot out hearts at each other. We're on to you.
Great.
We're on to you,
I didn't
Funcom.
know that was a thing. That is brand new news, as far as I'm aware.
That was super cute.
Oh, it's happening again. Okay, honestly,
All three of them.
those hearts look like they shot at Ember's crotch. From my point of view, it was very strange.
Oh, now they just won't stop.
It's a love circle.
Okay.
A love rhombus, really.
Rhombus.
Oh, it points at the one that it shoots the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns for him.
shoots the hearts to as well.
Sounds like a heart contagion. Yes. They're passing the heart virus.
This is somehow even a little more awkward than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it
funny.
is the same visual as the soulmate match. I noticed that as well.
It's just tinier. It's cute.
Yeah, and it's from pet to pet, which is pretty great.
This is how filth spreads, or at least STDs.
That's why you named the episode VDR.
You know what we need to test though? Will it link up with a non-bear
Oh, hold
pet?
on. A non-bear or a bear?
Oh, you mean just like
I
any
summoned like this little Jin.
pet? Yes, it did.
It did. It loves my Jin.
100% it did.
Jin. That's great.
So the bear will basically love any.
It didn't
That's
love
super
my,
It's
cool.
just a loving bear.
It didn't love my Figurus Midori.
Well, you know.
Wow.
Who does? It makes so much noise.
Let's see if it loves the succubus. Anybody? Anybody? No love for the succubus? They're like, nah.
Welcome, welcome everybody. I'm having like college flashbacks here. Sorry.
Yeah,
How many people can we fit into one dorm room? Let's give it a try.
Everybody, come in.
Parts went her way, and then they didn't. Okay, we got heart starting again.
Oh no, turned away.
Oh, it's by her feet?
Honestly, does anything happen to the actual pet itself?
I don't know. I think it just gets the it gets the heart visual like above its head. That's about it.
My little smiler got.
Yeah. So by the way, it went to the smiler. It's underneath it and super tiny.
Oh, it really is. Yeah, it's
Oh
like
yeah, I see it. It's way down there.
yeah. It's
It's so
it went to the wrong place.
Don't laugh.
Well, that was funny.
On the cat, it's okay.
Yeah, that one looks more correct.
A little more normal.
What about I don't know. Arctic survey drone. Oh, the wolf got some hearts went to it, but I don't know where they ended up.
So tiny.
Like now we have so many other pets and like not
Not enough bears.
Crap.
yeah, not enough bears. You know what we need to
That's
do?
why I'm not changing my bear out. It's good.
We need to take this party to the Love Hotel. That's what needs to happen.
Again, just college flashbacks, just all coming back.
Whatever happens at the Love Hotel stays there.
Did I notice what should I have noticed, Claney?
I think talking about the succubus. Or,
that my sprint is rezzing under each pet when it shows up. I thought it was just random. It's kind of funny if it is actually doing that. Still waiting for the drone to get some love. I haven't seen that happen yet.
Come on.
Cat's getting all the love.
Yeah, right? Stupid cat.
Bears are like, check out that cat.
Well, yeah,
The
the
three
wolf,
wolf moon got some, yeah.
Yeah, it's like in its spawn point there.
Secret achievement.
Armin says I like how the bears creepily rotate to send their love. All right, come on. Come on.
Come on, drone.
This is kind of
It's
awkward.
because it's standing. It's like right over top of.
No, they're just loving each other now. All right,
Getting
like,
kind of like a eyes wide shut feeling from this. Or watch it. We're standing around a bed.
So I want to say this isn't the creepiest thing I've done in this game, but I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure, really.
Dang it. It's just not wanting to go for the drone. I wonder if it doesn't like flying pets, maybe?
It might not.
Hmm.
Only ground-based pets.
I suppose that's possible.
Well, you saw it here, folks. Bears shooting hearts at each other. Happy Valentine's Day.
That's a good idea.
I can give actually another 2 minutes, and then it will actually be Valentine's Day, at least here on the East Coast.
It went for the drone as I unsummoned it. Are you serious? That's super annoying. Oh, it's showing at ground level.
Oh no, it went to the it just went to the event horizon.
Did it?
It did.
Is my event horizon sucking hearts up?
It was.
Awesome. That was Vollmer's suggestion.
Special kitty gets some love.
Sanween kitty.
I just like this one because its legs are like just hanging. When it turns around, it's like it goes back and forth. Groups.
Right. It just looks like it's being invisibly picked up.
Yeah, it's just like hanging there.
That's one that I keep as a fave. That's a good one.
Yeah, this has been an interesting episode. We're just watching pets on a bed. Sending love.
Join us for our next pet watching stream.
There you go. The Event Horizon got another one.
Yeah, right there on the bed.
Oh, I see it. Yep. Gotcha. Just shows up at ground level. But at least with the Event Horizon, it makes sense. It like just
Blaney, get off the bed.
There, it goes away.
Pets only.
Only flying creatures on the bed.
Yeah.
How about a bunny rabbit? There's a little bunny rabbit.
There we go. Just hit midnight here on the East Coast. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. We hope you have enjoyed all the content that Secret World has given us. And we've kind of walked you through. It will only be around until the 19th, though. So get it while you can.
Which is why we were a little spoiler heavy tonight. Because honestly, you don't have a lot of time to figure this shit out.
Right.
Now you got to what? Next Tuesday? Wednesday?
Yeah, we only... for any like major content that they put in, we usually like wait a week before we really start discussing it.
Yay, the rabbit got some love. And he stood up. Oh, that's so cute.
Screenshot.
But yeah, we don't normally get so spoiler heavy, but literally, you know,
it's only around for a week, so get it while you can. We'll be back next year, hopefully.
Speaking of that, Yeah. So the chests, we talked about the chest for that fight, right? They eat a dungeon key.
Yes. Only the second time you do it
Not
per day,
yeah.
right?
When you do the repeat, it eats a dungeon key, but it gives you the same loot as like the same E scale of like a say a faction mission or something. Um, and you can redo it like infinitely. You can basically just turn around and go right back in. It's not even like a cooldown, or if it is, it's like 30 seconds. It's not. I don't think it's a minute. It's really short. Um,
Right. So
so
if you're a free player, you get eight keys per day. And if you are subscribed or a lifetime, you get 16 per day. So you can basically just run it 8 times in a
well,
row,
plus
16 times in a
I
row.
think you can buy the keys when you run out. Like
You could also do that too, yeah.
it's like 500 moth. Um, so
18, that's what I meant. I said 16. I meant 18. You are correct.
um,
10, it's 10 and 18.
uh, just pointing out, it's super efficient. Now that the fight is fixed and not broken, like it is a super efficient way to upgrade your gear. Like you can go in, like I'm going in there at E17, and I can smack it around. I think my legendary piece of equipment gained 2 levels today just from doing that mission. Uh, it's really really good. I highly recommend that you take this week event and just beat the crap out of that thing over and over again while it's a distillate pinata, because it's a distillate pinata. That's
Yeah,
why
yes,
before
Kylani.
we end
It
the
has
stream,
almost
I'm
zero
taking the
cooldown.
time to tell you this, Kalani. I'm taking the time to say this before we end the stream. Be like, guys, if you didn't know, you can farm the holy crap out of the repeatable version of the mission. And it does cost you a dungeon key per open, but it's I mean
Well, how much does a dungeon key cost just by itself after you
500
finish?
marks.
500 marks? That's nothing.
Yeah, opening a dungeon chest costs like 500 marks. You could have done this today. Um, I actually didn't know until today, and like sometime this afternoon. I was watching Konamil's stream, and he was going in and out of it and complaining about now that it's fixed, it's way too easy. But he's like farming the crap out of it. So, and then he was saying like, "Oh, it's a bunch of distillates for free," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's for a week. So happy Valentine's Day!
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Everyone gets a shit ton of distillates potentially for a week. It's totally worth it to go farm the crap out of it." So yeah, there you go. Just wanted to like not forget to say that before we end the stuff. Once I got the phone last time, I couldn't go back in. How is it different this way? There, when you exit the portal, there's a repeatable version of the mission there you can pick up. It's the group party mission.
Kind
It's
of
the
like
one-
how during the Equinox, or not the Equinox's event. No, the Equinox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have like the main one and the repeatable one. You grab
Yeah.
the repeatable one, go back in the portal, come out, grab the repeatable one again, go back to the portal, come out. Like you have to fight her every time, but I mean, it.
Or as we learned, not necessarily, but that didn't feel intended.
Yeah, that did not feel intended. Plus, someone still had to fight her, right? That was the thing. I
Right.
fought her. You popped in.
Right.
Someone's got to fight her. But yeah, you could farm the crap out of it, and I highly recommend you do so while you can, because you don't normally get that level of distillates that cheaply or that quickly. That's pretty rare, and it's got a week time limit. So do it. That's all. I know you're ending the stream. I just clearly that announcement needed to be made because some people still didn't know that.
So yeah. So I think we're good. Are we good, gentlemen? Do you think we're all right?
I think we're good.
Chat,
I think
did
I'm
we
all right.
cover everything that you wanted to hear? Hollow Point.
Hollow Point rolls in.
Welcome again at the
Hollow
end.
Point rolls in.
Thanks for joining Hollow Point.
Have a good night.
Or a good morning, as your
Oh,
case
yeah.
may be. Where did I put it? There it is.
That's what you
So agents, yes. This has been the 0 Point Report, strain 14-VDR. You can catch us recording live every other Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 0 Point Report Twitch channel, where you can also join us and chat with us while we do the show live, or download our show wherever podcasts are found so you can listen to us on the go. You can get in touch with us by engaging with us on Twitter at 0 Point Report, emailing us at the 0 Point Report at gmail.com, checking out previous shows on our YouTube channel, and joining us on our Discord server, both named the 0 Point Report. From all of us here at the 0 Point Report, we want to thank you for tuning in and wish you all the best from the secret world. Happy Valentine's Day, and have a great night. Keep being awesome, everybody.
Laters.
Bye.